Hey people, it's ScionVyse here. Thanks for giving your questions. I'm going to answer them all. You guys asked a lot of really good questions. Like, too good. I'm gonna have a hard time answering some of these. Well, let's get on with it, shall we?
A Nopal asks, what do you do when you're not playing games or recording LPs?
Well, most of my time right now is taken up with school. I'm a college student, so I have to do at least like 5 hours a day of regular schoolwork plus other assignments. I'd usually be hanging out with lots of my friends. Other words, I am a musician. I'll get into that a little more later on. And I do write a lot of music because of that. And I do play video games for fun. I'm looking to start working out soon because I need to. Because I'm spending most of my time nowadays school or Let's Playing. So, yes, that is the life of me, not as a Let's Player, and also as a Let's Player. Hope that answered your question, sort of.
Game Boy Red P asks, any plans on doing handheld console Let's Plays, like PSP DS? How about retro games, such as on the SNES?
Handheld console Let's Plays. You know what? I really would love to. There are a few games, especially for the DS, that I've wanted to do as Let's Plays since the very start since I first got started Let's Playing. But since there's no way for average Joe public people like myself to get any direct capture from the DS, I'd have to use this here camcorder, and that is just awful. I can't stand that. So I'm probably not going to do anything for the DS. I don't even have a PSP, but if I did have a PSP like 3000 or something, I would. There are a few games I'd probably Let's Play off that. But yeah, I don't have one, and I'm not really in the market to buy one right now, so who knows, maybe I'll get one in the future. I'm not really planning on getting one anytime soon, but you never know. As for retro games, I'd like to do some of those as well, but the problem with lots of those is they're very overdone. Everyone likes to do retro games, especially ones that have like a long legacy, like your Legend of Zelda, Castlevania, even like the Super Mario games have been played hundreds of times. And if you've obviously seen lots of my Let's Plays, so most of the games I've done aren't too overdone. I've done one or two games that have had a few, but generally not very many people have done the Let's Plays of games I've done. And I'd like to continue that. I probably will end up doing some of those in the future, but not right now.
Mr. XXVII asks, being a bit of a fanboy, did you like the ending of the Scott Pilgrim series?
Yes and no. As an actual ending, it is I really do enjoy it. I'm one of those hopelessly romantic people, so whenever stuff like that happens, it sort of, I get very happy about that. But the very end, when Scott and Kim are playing the monkeys, I'm a Believer, that was just, oh, that's just bad form. That was awful. The rest of it, I loved it. I'm obviously a big fan of the Scott Pilgrim series, and I liked the last book, the ending of it, just as much as the rest of it.
Faye Deasy asks, so I've seen your Famitracker videos. Do you play any musical instruments?
Yes, I do play some musical instruments. I'm I've played guitar for over 3 years now, and I could say I'm pretty good at it. I'm not going to change the world or anything with my awesomeness playing, but I'm pretty good. Let me show you my guitar. This is my guitar. It's an Ibanez. It's very nice. It's been very loyal to me for the past 2 years or so. So here's a good look at it. Ooh, guitar. And I love it very much. Now I also play bass, but I don't have a bass. I've played trombone in school and a bit of French horn as well. I'm awesome at triangle. I'm probably the world's greatest triangle player, even though that's definitely not true. And I also play piano. I could show you that, but that's gigantic. It's not a full grand piano, it's just an electronic keyboard, but it's still huge. So I'm not going to show you it, but trust me, it exists.
Binary Ponage asks, what kind of music do you normally listen to? I watched this while listening to Bloodlines by Deathclock, which made this 89.763% more epic.
The kind of music I listen to is very limited, yet very diverse. I don't have a lot of artists, a wide range of artists I listen to, but the artists I do listen to have a very, are very diverse. I can go from anything from hard rock, almost metal-ish stuff. Some metal I don't like the most hardcore of it all the time because lots of it's very boring and generic, but I do enjoy it, and to my dismay I have some dancey stuff. I even have, much to my horror, a Lady Gaga album on my iPod which never gets played. I don't even know I have it on there. But the majority of my music listening comes from rock bands. Generally, my favorite groups are Coheed and Cambria, Muse, The Arcade Fire, Alter Bridge, Foo Fighters, those type of groups. And I have been known to listen to some classical music every once in a while. Well, not every once in a while, quite often. Frédéric Chopin is easily my favorite composer. Tchaikovsky is pretty good too. Beethoven and Bach are also very nice. Never really got into Mozart all that much, even though he's very good, but just never didn't really like most of his operas. But yes. And I listen to a lot of video game music. Yay!
Frida Manganime 2 asks, what are your thoughts on the 3DS?
My thoughts on the 3DS? I'm actually pretty excited about it. I generally don't really care for the 3D too much, but in the case of the 3DS, I'm actually pretty excited about it. I could talk for a good long while, but from what I've heard, if the 3D works as well as everyone says it does, it's going to be great. And that's not even the main reason why I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm mainly looking forward to it because of the game lineup itself. 3D or not, it's great. New Kingdom Hearts, Paper Mario, Kid Icarus, remakes of Star Fox 64 and Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid 3. It's just looking incredible so far. Hopefully they end up being really good, because if not, that would suck. I really want this system to do well, if it is as good as it said, as everyone says it is. Because Nintendo is really taking a big risk with this. Although 3D is a gimmick and it's very successful in the movie industry, it's not really been proven all that successful in the video game industry. I know Sony's got all their PS3s 3D ready, but I don't know anyone who uses 3D on a PS3, and I would be very, very surprised if anyone really does, because even if you've got it 3D ready, you'd still need to buy the glasses, and those are like $100 each, so it's just really not worth it. But with the 3DS, not using glasses at all, it's looking pretty interesting. I just hope that Nintendo fixes its online system from what it's currently at, which is just shy of nothing. Nintendo's really got to step up their game on the online sort of aspect of their models. Even though I rarely play online anything, it's sort of it's gotta be there. And if it's not, you're gonna get a lot of flack from the gaming industry. So, yes, that is my thoughts on the 3DS.